Hi students, welcome back to CS class. In this particular session, I'm going to teach about inheritance. So what exactly the meaning of inheritance? Inheritance meaning it's a chain relationship. One another, the link will be always there with one another. Till now we have developed the program using one class block. In the inheritance, minimum two classes required. Minimum two classes required. Why? Just now only I have told when you are talking about inheritance is always linked with one object to another object or one class to another class. When you are implementing a inheritance program, that means minimum two classes required, and that two class supposed to be base class and derived class. Fine. So what is mean by inheritance? Inheritance means is a process of acquiring It's a process of acquiring or calling the property calling the properties from superclass to superclass to subclass. Superclass to subclass. Just now only I have told minimum two classes required, so that two class name I have written here. One is superclass, another one is subclass. The superclass is also called as base class. The superclass is also called as base class, and the subclass is also called as derived class. Even this base class or superclass is another name. With another name also we call it as a parent class. This is also called as parent class, and this is also called as child class. Inheritance means there is a link between the two classes, and those two class names are one is superclass, another one is subclass. And can we call those superclass and the subclass with the another name? Yes, we can call, and those names are either a base class or a parent class for the super, and derived class or a child class for the subclass. Now, what is mean by the superclass? What is mean by superclass? Class body will be there. This is base. By default, the body will be there. For this derived also there is derived. There will be two bodies. This complete body is said to be inheritance. Fine. Only one thing is that this base class always gives its property to the derived class. Base class always gives its property to the derived class, and derived class is the one always collects the values from base class. Means child class inherits or collects or takes or acquires or extracts the property from base class, and base class is the one which always gives its property to the derived class, and the combination of base and derived is said to be inheritance. That's why technically we call it's a process of acquiring or according the properties from base class to derived class. So what is mean by base class? Means base class is the class. Base class is the class whose gives. Base class is the class whose gives its property. Its property to the derived class, who gives its property to the derived class, and derived class is the class, it is the class whose extracts or takes a property from base class. Fine. Now, the one more very important point in this inheritance concept, when you are calling a base class and the derived class, you need to specify a link between base class and the derived class. And how we are providing the link, that syntax I am going to write now itself. This is first point. Second point, when you have only one class without the inheritance concept, remember, when you have only one class in your program, or you can have a two class in your program, any number of class without the inheritance concept, you need to create a reference object for each and every class independently. Suppose when you are implementing the inheritance concept, keep in your mind that always you are supposed to create a reference object with the derived class name, not with the base class name. Please be careful. This is very important point. When you are implementing inheritance concept in your program, when you have a base class and the derived class, if you want to execute this property, then you are supposed to create a reference object with the derived class name only, always. Remember. Without the inheritance concept, when you are developing a program and in a single program and you have more number of classes, that time you can create a reference object of different class with the different object. But inheritance, one object and that is to be with the derived class name only. Now, write the syntax of derived class. Write the syntax how you are going to call or how you are going to access a link with base class and derived class. The syntax for derived class. Syntax for the derived class. You may ask, sir, what is the syntax of base class? Base class syntax is normal. What is that? Class name, and the body of the base. Body of the base class. This is the syntax of base class. This is the syntax of base class. And close the class. This is the base class syntax. When you are going to write a syntax for the derived class, this is for derived class. Syntax for derived class. Class, derived class name. Derived class name, colon, this is called extension operator, colon, visibility mode and base class name. This is how you are supposed to write. This is how you are supposed to write the thing. Base class name, and this is derived class property. Close the class. There are two syntax I have defined. Base class will be as usual, class, base class name, open flower bracket, body of the base class. Derived class, you need to write the keyword called as class. Then you are supposed to write here derived class name, then colon extension operator, ಮೇಲೊಂದು ಚುಕ್ಕಿ ಕೆಳಗೊಂದು ಚುಕ್ಕಿ, colon visibility mode. What exactly the meaning of visibility mode? Visibility mode always tells about the access specifier. That thing I will explain now. Then space base class name. Space base class name without the parenthesis. ಈ ತರ ಬರೆಯಂಗಿಲ್ಲ without the parenthesis. Fine. Open the flower bracket. Then derived class property, close the thing. Fine. See your normal example. See the normal example. Class. CS. I'm going to write here CSB so that you can understand very easily. This is the base class. Open the flower bracket. I'm going to initialize one value as a equals to 10. Then inside this, I'm going to write public void read. Open the flower bracket. Here I'm going to write cout the result. Then I'm going to write here a, close the function, close the main class block. Then subclass I'm going to write here. What is the syntax? First you're supposed to start with the keyword called as class. And derived class name I'm going to write as CSD. Base class name is CSB. Derived class name CSD. Colon. Visibility mode I'm going to write public. You can write private, you can write protected, and you can write public. If you write public, what will happen? If you write protected, if you write private, what will happen? I'm going to explain in the coming class. Fine? Class, derived class name, colon, visibility mode, then what is the name of base class? CSB. Open the flower bracket. Here I am going to write int b. Here, sorry, I am going to initialize here so that int b, close this. Public void display. Here I am going to write cout, enter the value for b, enter the value for b, cin b, cout b, close the function, close the class. There are two classes I have defined. This is about base class. This is about derived class. This is about derived class. Fine. I have told clearly when you are implementing inheritance concept, minimum two classes required. One is base class, another one is derived class. Base class always gives its property to the derived class, and derived class always takes. Base class always gives its property to the derived class, and derived class always takes its property from base class. Fine. To define a base class, the class block is as usual normal. I have declared one a normal member. That value I have initialized, then I am directly printing here. To call the derived class, there is some protocol and you need to follow that protocol. What is that protocol? First, you are supposed to start with the keyword called as class. Yes, I have written keyword called as class. Then immediately you are supposed to write. The derived class name. That name not supposed to be same as like base class. Here I have taken CSB. For that reason, I have taken here CSD. Or anything, but that should not be same as base class. Then this operator is compulsory. This is the instance operator. You can say that in first year, while defining switch statement, while defining switch conditional statement, you have used this operator with the case block, right? In the same manner, we are going to write this one. Then here, immediately visibility mode. If not, suppose you have not mentioned here either private, public, protected. What by default it will take? Which is the default access specifier private. Definitely takes it as a private. Fine. Then base class name and that base class name CSB. Here also I have declared one variable that is int b. Then that value I am providing here and I am displaying the things. There are two classes with its own value. If you want to execute this particular block or this particular inheritance, you need to create the reference object. You need to create reference object. How you are creating that reference object in this particular block I'm going to write. How you are creating? Same thing. Void main. Fine. Open the flower bracket. Till now, if you are having only one class, with that class name we have defined, this is the inheritance, you are supposed to always create a reference object with the derived class. CSD BH. As well then BH dot read, BH dot BH dot dis. Get CH, close. This program is like a single level inheritance. There are two classes with its own property, here also one property. Nowhere you are called, but here just you are existed a connection. You have existed the connection. That's why you are able to execute this program with the derived class name also. If you are not written this particular line, compiler consider these two classes are different. ಈ part ನೀವು ಬರೀಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ if you have not created this particular line, then compiler has created these two are the different class and user wants to execute separately. So that time you need to create reference object for this class also. But here you are telling this is the inheritance concept. So inheritance always exist or execute through the derived class only when exists the connection between base class and derived class. So this line indicate connection line. Fine. This is one point. Here you have existed the connection. That's why you are able to execute the read function of base class with the derived class name. Here you have existed or provided the link. For that reason only you are able to execute this read function even though you have defined inside the base class. Suppose you don't want to write this bh.read. You by writing this bh display itself you want to execute even this base class property also. That time you need to call that function name here, read. Then no need to write this particular line. By providing bh.display, this one first it will print the b value, then it prints the a value. This is the calling. You are able to call because you have provided the link. If you are not provided the link, then you are unable to execute the read function with the derived class. Even you are unable to call this main class function inside the derived class also. So for that reason, this particular line is playing an important role in the inheritance concept. Okay, try to execute this program with two different manner. One is without calling this main class function inside the derived. Another one is separately. Fine. One without calling, write directly bh.read. Still you are able to execute a value as well as b value, means this line is correct. First point. Second point, you don't want to write this particular line and this function name you want to call here. Like this, that means again you are able to exist the connection, but here you are not provided that read function. So this is the main advantage of inheritance. So what exactly inheritance main advantage is? It saves the time. When you have 1,000 of classes, each and every class functions you can call in the last derived class. So we can execute easily by providing one member function name, right? So this is the main advantage. Please try to execute this program. When you are executing, two things you remember in inheritance concept only. One is minimum two classes required. One is base, another one is derived. When you are defining a derived, you are supposed to remember there should be a link between base class and derived class. How you are accessing that link? With this extension operator. Fine. And you can execute separately with the derived class name. Along with this, even you can execute by calling the member function. Once again, you can execute main class or a base class function name by providing its value, or even you can call inside the derived class also. Both the program you execute, then you'll find the difference. Thank you.